XOXO, got the girl. Pose. Good morrow and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, I'm not sure how you got here, but certainly I'm glad you came. And if you are new here, well, you're in for a treat. All right, if you enjoy chaotic, frenetic energy, beauty, the horror, commentary, suggest you go on ahead and subscribe, because this is a fairly good time most of the time, but other times it's not. And this is one of those times where I'm sure you're asking yourself, Audra, are those your natural nails? Yes, they are. Thank you for noticing. All right, what are we here with today, Audra? Well, all right, today we are going to be doing is a super fun Bops and Flops. This is where I go through products that I have enjoyed, products that I have not enjoyed. Some of it's new. This time there's a lot of new stuff. And other times, it's stuff that's already in my collection. There are things that will show back up in here. So, you know, you always have an opportunity to find out what I like. It doesn't even matter to you, but you know, I need validation today, so you're here. All right, let's go on ahead and get started. All right, so you might want to buckle in because I feel like this video might be just a tad smidgen little bit too long. So let's get started with our Bops. I promise, we're actually gonna get started. So first up, we have the e.l.f. Luminous Matte Makeup Primer. This shit is nice. It's got acai berry in it. Let me just go on ahead and show you the consistency. It's actually quite nice. I know you haven't seen me, I don't feel like you've seen me use it. I have filmed with it and then I hated it. So please also be aware that you're more than likely gonna see videos that are like months old because I keep them and then finally like I go look at them again when my ADHD isn't telling me that what I filmed was nothing and I said no words. So here's the consistency of it. It's actually really nice, and then it goes in, it's got a tacky feel. It's very cool on the skin too, which I do like that. It's like a nice cool feeling on the skin. It's tacky, and you can see that it gives like, I don't know if you're like seeing it at all on my hand, but it gives like a very slight blur effect. It kind of reminds me a little bit of maybe the BH Cosmetics one. Yeah, it kind of reminds me a little bit of that. It's really soft, really nice. The makeup sits on top. It's hydrating. I prefer a hydrating primer just because I just feel like it's nice, and this one's very good for those times. Like this is a luminous matte, so those times that you may have a more dewy foundation that you kind of want to bring down a smidge, a tiny teeny bit, this is gonna be a friend of yours. I really like this, and here's the thing, it's not super expensive, and I know e.l.f. is in the shit right now, okay? I'm aware. Doesn't change the fact that I like this primer. So that's where we are. I am a complex person.
I hate that lady.
You hate her? And yet you are with her? Why?
I don't know!
Toki.
Oh! It's the most brutal thing ever. It's not like regular hate. It's so much more black. If she were a street gang, I'd go to war with her with bottles and chains.
Moving on down the line. The next thing I want to talk about is the Clinique Even Better Clinical Serum Foundation. This is a bop, y'all. I really like this foundation. So nice. It makes my skin just look so good. Do I have it on now? I do not. No, I don't. Today I'm actually not wearing foundation. Secret coming later. But I really like this. There's only a couple of things I don't love. One, I hate this cap. It is phallic, obviously, it's phallic. But the thing that I hate about it is it's like hard figuring out which part you open when you initially get it, because it has like two lines, because it's got the line for this and then it's got the line for this, if you see what I'm talking about. I don't know if it'll pick it up, this one and this one. So there's like a little, and it could be a me thing, you know what I mean? It's me. It could be me. It's not you. It's me. It is you. It's very, very nice on the skin. It's not too thick, but it does give full coverage for me. And I feel like this is a very nice foundation for summer, or those times where you want coverage but you don't want it to be just like astronomical, or you don't really want to put on like a whole foundation. It does have some luminosity to it. I am putting it on top of that e.l.f. primer just so you can kind of get a feel for what it looks like and a little bit of the glow that it gives. So here it is on my hand. Like I put it all the way up on my hand. It's just very nice. It's a very beautiful foundation. I have mine. If we are skin twins out there and you are wanting to just pick this up sight unseen, I believe I have mine in WN 125 Mahogany D. All right, so I don't know sign language, and that's one of those things I actually really want to pick up on, because it'd be cool as hell to be able to occasionally communicate using sign language, and that would be so fun. Anyways, I like to learn different languages. Bo? Okay. Sorry for all the squeaks. Bo was on his shit. But yeah, I really like this foundation. I haven't gotten to try out the concealers much. You may see that in another Bops and Flops. But I really, really like this. And this is a foundation where I'm just like, okay, that's really, really nice. And I've been on this kick lately where I just really want these like kind of nice, light, and when I say light, I'm talking about feel, not coverage. So I like these nice light foundations that are just like giving me all the zazz of full coverage, but without the thickness, without feeling so heavy. And I'm so glad we're finally getting to a space where they're making medium to full coverage foundations that don't feel heavy on your face. Next up, because I'll be talking for an eternity and then y'all will get mad at me. Next up, we're gonna go ahead and talk about what's on my lips. What's on your lips, Audra? Everything, nothing. We're gonna go ahead and talk about the Revolution. This is in Fling. This one in like specifically, I just love the lips on the top. Like I don't know why I don't like lips on the side, but there's something about them being on the top, because I think it's giving me what the shade is. You know what I mean? So this is what it is. It's like this is the shade. I'm like, okay, girl. And then you go ahead and pull this up, and what is it? It is that shade. Now that is something I cannot have predicted. Oop, that almost fell into my lap. But I just absolutely adore this. It's such a beautiful shade, such a like nice like. Like if I want to look like I have lip implants, like I have some filler in my lips, even though my lips are already full, like a good lip liner and this, and it's just like, did you get your lips done? I'm like, no, baby, these are mine naturally, but like, it's a very soft, it goes on very easy onto your lips, and then on top of that I have a gloss, which is just one of my Juvia's Place Nubian Glow Bombs. I just like pop that on top because I loves it. So that'll actually be a bop. I'm just gonna go ahead and throw it in because I just like the like nice little glow. I look pretty. It's such a beautiful shade. And I love that it like with my deep skin, it's just, I'm getting a very, like, I look like one of Strawberry Shortcake's friends. You know what I mean? Like right here, just like, So anyways, those are bops. We're gonna move forward. All right, so on the cheek today, y'all, okay, I feel like I got this for like no apparent reason. I feel like this was part of some things that I got for my birthday. It is the CoverGirl True Blend, and I have mine in Hot Frenzy. I have mine in Hot Frenzy, okay? I can't say Hot Frenzy, it's too difficult. But oh my gosh, that's what it looks like in there. And then when I open it up, this is the world that we are living in. The pigment is all there. I think it was on sale. If you were looking for like a nice orangey blush, baby, look no further. It goes on very nice. It's got a lot of pigment. You can build it up or down. Be careful with which brush you use though. I put it on with my Refer 22 brush, and the thing about this brush is it does pick up a ton of pigment, and then it's just like game over. So if you are, I wouldn't use this brush if you don't want to have a ton of pigment, but if you do want to just like slap it all on there and it be, you know, an orange glowing queen king, then you do you, because like, look how pretty. Look how pretty. Yeah, I know. You're welcome. Also, in blushes, I really want to talk about this Mented Buried Away blush. I can't remember if I talked about this. I tried to go back and see, and I checked, and I don't think that I did. This blush is elite. This is a beautiful berry that gives you just like that beautiful flush where you're like, oh. Like, I love this one. It goes on very nice as well. I'm gonna actually swatch this and the CoverGirl kind of near each other, so that way you can see how both of these shades look. And I am going to pop it right here, and then the other I'm going to pop on the other part. Ooh, dang, that was too much. I went in too heavy, but that's okay. So these are the blushes. This is the CoverGirl on this side, and right here you have the Mented. The Mented is so pretty. Like, it just does, like, I didn't grab as much, and I forgot that it's very pigmented, but it doesn't have, like, it's not doing what that CoverGirl is doing, which is too much, but I ain't mad at it. But I like this shade because, again, it's giving that very, like, very fun, very light, very easy. You know what I mean? Like, it just gives you just like that nice shy girl, shy guy, shy person thing. And I like that look on my skin. Now we're gonna take a quick break and I'm gonna go wash my hands so that we can continue this party. BRB. All right, we're back, and if you're a friend of the show, yes, this is a show. If you're a friend of the show, then you will know that Bops and Flops, I tend to have dry hands. Please don't comment about how dry my hands are in the comments. I'm aware. I'm swatching for you. Okay, we're done. All right, so next up in my Bops, I want to talk about another thing that is on me face, and that is going to be the Juvia's Place bronzed collection. They're bronzies. Bronzers. They're bronzers. I got mine in dark. Y'all, look at. I'm wearing both of the shades on my face right now because, like, gorgeous. It is gorgeous. This blends so easily on the face. And you know what's funny is, like, when I got this one, I was kind of nervous that it wasn't going to look good because I was like, oh my gosh, it might be a bit light. But I forgot that I haven't really had any sun for over a year, so we're fine. But I really, really like it. It goes on like a little cloud in the good way, like just coating your skin with like bronzy goodness. It blends so easily, and I'm really happy about this. This is one of those purchases where I'm like, I'm really glad that I bought you. You know what I mean? Like, I'm glad I bought you. I'm glad I brought you into my home. I was not expecting it to be as good as it is. So kudos to Juvia's Place on these very lovely bronzers. If you haven't picked yours up, now's the time. And also, here's the time I'm going to tell you that almost all of these products will in fact be linked in the description box below, which does earn me a small commission. If that makes you uncomfortable, I completely understand. I get that it's weird. It does make me sad, but we're gonna move on. We'll still be friends-ish. Okay, moving on to the next product that I do actually have on my face is the Fenty Beauty Bright Fix Eye Brightener. All right, y'all, this is really nice, okay? Skin Twins, I got mine in Toffee 14. That's what I have on. I have spot concealed underneath my eyes. I actually put a little bit on my forehead and a little bit around my mouth. I know it's for your eye, but I'm gonna put it where the hell I want to, because you know what? This is my life, and I'm gonna live it exactly how I want to. It's my life. It's now or never. I don't wanna. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, here we go. We're gonna move forward. I just wanna live forever. I just want to live while I'm alive. It's my life. Okay, now I'm officially done. I couldn't just go until I finished that part. I'm so sorry. But also, I'm not sorry. This is who I am as a person. There's not a lot I can do about some of my musical affiliations. Once they start, it's very difficult for me to get them to stop. Moving forward and onward to the Fenty Beauty Bright Fix. This is the shit, okay? I loves it. I just tapped it on with my fingers. With my fingers. Me. The liege of brushes. And instead, I used my phalanges. And my thumb. Your thumb isn't a phalange. It's a thumb. It's different. Anyways. The only thing I don't love about it is there's exactly one thing. I got mine in Toffee 14 in case I didn't remember that I said that and got off on my singing tangent. But I just don't love the applicator. I really want these brands, all of them, to realize there's literally nothing wrong with the doe foot. Like, stop playing in my face. Stop playing in my face. I want the doe foot. I don't like it like this because I end up wasting product because, like, you have to, like, very gently squirt it, very gently. Oh. And I tried as gently as possible to squirt just like a smidgen. That's actually kind of one of the reasons why it ended up all over my face, because my initial squirt, there was just so much and I was like, oh shit. But this is what it looks like. Oop, no, be good. Now be good, baby. There we go. That's what it looks like. It's a little squirt. And then I just kind of like tapped it in. I'm gonna tap it into my hand, and it just gives like my under eyes this like bright glow. Like they do get a little bit of like a luminosity underneath it, and it's giving me very much Pixie in a garden right now, and you can't tell me otherwise because I'm a bad bitch. So here it is, just like kind of lightly tapped in that one spot there. You can see it does have a little bit of luminosity to it. It is just giving what I thought it should give. Like I didn't think that it was gonna give, and I was like, and I didn't watch anybody's videos on it because I did not want to be swayed with my opinion, especially if I watched Miss Tina the Fancy Face, because if I watched the Fancy Face, it would be like, well, if Tina likes it, then I obviously must like it too because Tina's a queen. So anyhow, I ended up loving it. I am excited about the only thing I would say is please, I need everybody to just stop trying to reinvent the wheel when it comes to application. Just let me have a doe foot, please. Cause like at least with the doe, I can scrape around. You know what I'm talking about, just scrape it like they do your cervix. Moving on. All right. Next up in my Bops, we're gonna stay with Fenty right quick, and I want to go ahead and talk about the Fenty Eavesdrops. So if you've seen my sunscreen vlog that I did in partnership with Look Fantastic, this, I use this in that video as my topper because again, I'm looking for light foundations to wear. It's gonna be summertime. It's already getting like sticky, icky out here in Texas. It's raining and then it's like 80 degrees. So it's like a swamp out there. And I just really want something that's like light on my face, doesn't melt off and melt away and make me look sad. Skin Twins, I got mine in 20. That's what shade I have it in. I have it in 20. I will wait for you to know what I just said so that you could like jot it down or put it into your phone. 20. All right, so it goes on very, very well. The top though, I don't know why I hate it. I hate the way that the top is shaped because every time I go to put it on, I have like a little bit of a struggle with it every time, and it's a me thing, right? But can we just stop trying to reinvent how tops are? Like both Clinique and Fenty, just put it on. Can we just put this, like, I just want to, the shapes, it's fine. But the shape is cool. It is a cool shape that is a little bit inventive. I do also like that the packaging is plastic. I know people are gonna get on my case about it, but I like it because if you drop this hoe bag, you know what I mean? Like this is something really good for summer. This is good for you to, whenever some of you decide to go travel, I'll be here working at some shitty job that I've acquired. Anyway, if you drop this, you're not gonna break it. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, that is something that I find important. Let me show you what it looks like on the skins. Boopity boop boop bop. I don't really worry. Like I'll say like I don't want to waste product. I mean I should worry about it. I don't worry about it as much as I should. Porque I have lots of makeup, so that's it. But this is what it looks like on my hand. I know you're like, Audra, that's such a tiny dot. I know it is. I'm trying not to waste it. And it's who I am as a person. All right, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and spread this on. You can use your fingers. I apply mine with a brush. And initially it does look just a smidgen, you know, like yellow. Like it's very, I like the kind of ruddy tone, but it's not overdone. And it provides like really nice coverage and it's light and it's beautiful. You know what I mean? Like it's right in here. So you know what I mean? Like you can still see that I have skin underneath there, but it's not to where like I feel like overly done, which be how you want to be. But I just don't want to be overly done. And I love that this like looks like my skin but better. And I'm down for that because it is summertime. It is summertime. My skin but better. I want to like look like strawberries, like I'm hanging out with Strawberry Shortcake and their friends, and then on top of that I'm also infiltrating them with my own evil plan because I'm not the bad guy. Okay, don't start. I'm the bad guy. Okay, I'm finished. So next up in our world of Bops, this is gonna be such a long video. I hope you're ready. I want to talk about these 3 palettes in tandem, okay? Okay, are you ready? I hope so, because that's what we're gonna do. Just generally, in our Bops, lowest cosmetics, okay? I have filmed videos with all 3 of these palettes. Have you seen them? Probably not. There's multiple reasons why I just get, again, I've told you, my brain insists on telling me I said nothing and I am dumb. So I have to like take some steps back from that content until I can go back and look at it. Okay, so I really like all of them. So we're gonna go ahead and start with Gone Rogue, which is a more colorful rainbow palette from Lois Cosmetics. I have some of these shades on today. Today I have on Can't Compare and Wallflower, and I will bring you up closer, and I'm gonna pull this up so you can see what I'm talking about. Can't Compare and Wallflower or some shit. They're here somewhere. Wallflower, I can't see. I think that's Wallflower and Can't Compare. We're gonna say that that's what's happening. All right, so it's a very beautiful, it does have a glitter in it. I am likely to not use the glitter all that often, and it's just because like, I feel like a lot of these pressed glitters in palettes, I just don't enjoy them. They're nice or whatever. I'm gonna show you what it looks like. It's good for like putting on your skin or your face, you know what I mean? If you want to have like that glitter fairy look, but I wouldn't use it on my eye, not anymore. Not anymore, I won't use it on my eye. There was a time when I really would have, but I just won't because I feel like it doesn't, you end up pulling the eye because it doesn't spread as well. Anyways, there are also some shimmers in here. The only thing, I actually kind of wish that it had just been almost fully matte because this would be a fantastic, just straight companion palette because I'm such a singles hoe, but it's fine. The shimmers are quite lovely. They're soft and pigmented. This is going to be outside the box. And they're just, you know, they're not like, it's not gonna be your super intense, bright, but for someone who's new to color, I think that this palette would be very fun for you. The mattes are easy to work with. They're very pretty. I'm pulling up Misfit and Nonconformist on these two fingers. Like they're very easy, very pigmented. These are gonna be more shades that if you're new, when you're using pigment, you kind of wanna do like I find, for me, you don't have to, figure out what works for you, but I like to like pack on the colors, and that's what I'm doing right now. I like to pack it on as opposed to doing a lot of blending, because I find that when you do the pack on method that it just ends up making the shades look better and you're able to play with it more. It's more malleable. I'm kind of coming around here so you can see a little bit of what I'm talking about, which is kind of packing color on. But like this is those two shades kind of just packed onto my hand like so. They're very pretty and you can just kind of make things move the way you want them to move, and if you want to start kind of blending things gently into each other, you kind of can. You can be like, okay, let me move this around a little bit and do this and do that. Now I also chose two colors, of course, that would like, you know, don't blend into each other, but pigments this is a good place to start. If you are looking for a fun rainbow palette, easy to kind of start with, but packs a lot of punch, I'm gonna show you I Am Free here, then this is a good one to start with, I would say, because again, you can just do the color pack on here, you can play with them, you can make it work appropriate, whatever floats your boat. So next up, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna talk about the Rose Metal, which is this one. This one is gonna be more of your like fairy with a tinge of grunge or grungy fairy. Bittersweet is not exactly black like people might think that it is. It is a black, but it's not like a full deep black. And I just kind of use this in the crease to deepen up some shades. So that's Bittersweet. Rose Metal is a lovely little shimmer, and Fall For You is so pretty. Now, if you already have these shades, I can understand you not wanting to pick them up, but these are like, this is what we're working with. It's like very lovely. It's very nice. This is a very work appropriate palette. I'm also going to tell you though that Self Love pulls off more of a gold glow on it. If you're deeper skin, it actually tends to give a gold glow rather than a pinky glow, but they're very nice. Like the mattes, I really like their matte formula. It's just soft, it's easy for me to work with. It's not a problem. Finalmente, we're going to talk about their latest release, which is, let me just dry my hands, which is the Meet Me in the Underworld palette. This is their 16 shade palette. I really like this. It is so much fun to play with. You can tell I have played with it. Well, maybe you can't on the camera, but I can. I can tell I've played with it. Again, matte formula, lovely. The color story makes sense to me. I actually cannot wait to play with Forest, because it's like a grungy green, and I'm like, yes, bitch, bring it on. I have played with Poetry and Enchanted, which is like another pretty green. This one is not going to be as lime-esque as the other one, but it's very pretty. And I really ended up liking Nymph, which was a green matte color, and the formula is just a little bit softer here. But yeah, these are really pretty shades. This color story is lovely, and it's very easy to work with. So those are awesome. And even better when you get they were nice enough to include like a card. So it's a thank you. Audra, thank you for your purchase. So excited for you to fall in love with our newest palette, Lois. It's really cute that they like sent a card. I'm hoping I put in a picture as well, or I'm putting it in now. When I opened up the box with my Lois Cosmetics goodies, there was just like, it was just very classy. I felt like it was very classy, it was fun, and for it to come all the way over to me in the US and not take an eternity, fantastic. Fantastic. I really enjoy those palettes. All right, we're gonna be taking another quick break whilst I clean myself up, and I will see you shortly. Just a quick note on those Lois Cosmetics palettes, that they do not stain. That's the other thing, no staining. All right, on to the next. I know we have so many bops, and y'all are just probably like, I'm finished with you, Audra. You are on my last nerve. And you know what? You're not wrong. You know what I mean? You're not wrong. So moving on, we have the Revolution Glow Splendor Ultra Glow Highlighter. I got mine in the shade Luminous. Okay, this one in particular gives me like just such good feelings in my soul. First of all, I really like the way that it looks in the pan. I love the huge mirror, so you can see me recording me, but I love the huge mirror. I like the way that I feel like, so like when I close it, I know, copying, bop-de-doopy-doop. We're here for bops and flops, not critical theory. So I just love that on deeper skin, it very much gives a very pretty, like pinky glow. Like it just gives like this kind of like soft pink. I just really like that. It just gives like this beautiful soft pink glow so that you kind of look like, so it like very much gives like a little bit of like just a prettiness. I'm gonna see if I can add just a little more to the other part of my hand so you can actually see it kind of move. But it's just like this beautiful soft pink glow that like looks nice on the skin. It's not dusty. To me, it's not dusty. It does require like a little bit of extra work to get some of the shade out, but not enough to like give me pause. So like there we go. So now you can kind of see like it bounces a little gold, a little bit of white gold, but rose. You know? So I like it a lot. I think it's quite cute. It's lovely. It's gonna stay in my what collection? It's gonna stay here. Aww. All right. I have a few more things in the bops. And we'll move forward, okay? The next things we're gonna talk about are, this is all, I feel like all of this is new, but we're just gonna move on. We're gonna go back to Juvia's Place. So I have 3 things here. I have their lip liners, and I also have this gloss in Cultured. Bangers. Okay, the lip gloss, just so juicy, so like your lips just look wet and bright and slick without being too sticky. Let me go ahead and pull this out. Like, I'm gonna pull it here so you can hopefully see it and focuses on it. But like, oop, I'm gonna slurk it out. It does have like that sticky, jizzy juice at the end, but it is not overly sticky on the lips, and it has so much pigment. I really like these, and I'm probably gonna see if I can pick up some more because I really like it. I know, do I need more lip gloss? No, but do I want it? Yes! So I really like this a lot, and the lip liners are quite lovely. I was actually surprised by how nice they are. You do have to be a bit careful because they will come after you in a way that you weren't prepared for. I have mine, it's their Luxe liner. I have one in Lush, and then my favorite one of the 2 is going to be Scorpio. This one's so nice, just such a deep, beautiful shade. The reason I have the lighter pink shade is specifically because this is them on my hand. This is them on my hand. But the reason I have the lighter shade is specifically when I'm doing things like this, when I just want like a nice light outline, and then I want my lips to actually just kind of like shine and be like, No, I didn't get any work done. Anyways, it's such a compliment. Like, did you get work done? Like, anyway, I really like them. They're very creamy. They go on easily. And honestly, the other thing I like about these lip liners is that when they go on, they don't do that like stuck thing where you're like pulling and tugging. There's no tugging of my lips. It's just like whoop, 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 and I'm good. Whatever shape you want to draw your lips. Okay? Okay. Do with it what you will. The last thing we're going to go ahead and, well, no, two things. The last two things. We're going to first talk about the hydropeptide sunscreen from this is something that I did in tandem, in collaboration, in whatever we want to say. We did it together. We look fantastic. And this is their solar defense non-tinted sunscreen. Really like this. It's SPF 50. I love how it like pump feels like moisturizer on, doesn't smell. It does have a blue tint, but I actually still really like this because when I put this on underneath everything, it makes my skin look very luminescent. And on top of the Fenty Ease, they're a good combination. So I'm a happy, happy camper, even though I don't camp. I'm a happy non-camper. I'm an HNC. Oh. Anyways. The last thing, we are definitely bringing back a blast from the past, which is the Essence Lash Princess non-waterproof, okay? I want y'all to know, I have to bring this up because every time I wear this mascara, it always looks like I have on false lashes. It makes my eyelashes so frickety frackin' long, and even like I can even see them like intensely when I'm just looking forward. I'm like walking, and then it just makes me start like being like the main character of my own story when I'm walking Bo. I'm just like walking around like me. Like it's a very awkward thing. Listen, you know, my disassociation, I'm in my own reality show. So if I ever just, that's where I've gone. In case you're wondering. Anyway, I just really love this mascara, and for it to be so damn cheap, it doesn't even make sense. It doesn't make sense for it to be so damn cheap, but so good. It's so good, and I can't wait. Like this is one of those mascaras that's always gonna stay in my collection. Like I'm never going to not have this particular one. So that is it. We have finished the Bops. 30 minutes of this video was Bops. Now we're gonna move towards the flops.
You wanna know dark and brutal? Come with me.
All right, sports fans, we are back and we are ready to flop. So let us go ahead and get this party started because I'm actually gonna start it off in a strange way, which is with the Revolution Glow Splendor Ultra Glow Highlighter. This one's in Ring Light. Here's the thing, I know, you're like, Audra, what? The thing is, where the other one, I believe it was in Luminous, where Luminous is like fairly easy to use and the formula isn't too dry, I don't know what happened with Ring Light. Like, it's supposed to be beautiful, but I find that like it was drier. It was a drier formula. It was very dull in color. Like, this is what it looks like. To me, it was so dull. Like, I know you have the lights here, but in comparison to the way that Splendor looked, it was just such a dull, sad thing in my heart. I was like, and this one was so dry. I don't know. I just did not loves it. I was like, why are you so dry? And like, look where I'm not like this. I'm doing this to get some of the shine. And I feel like all I had to do on this one was like simply move my hand. And on this one, when I'm simply moving my hand, you see, it just wasn't giving what I thought it should give. It did not give what I wanted it to give, and I was sad. And I was just like, this is ugly. Like, I feel like it was just kind of ashy. It's not really all that pretty, and it's just not giving the glow. Like, you have to like angle, and I felt like that was the thing. When I was wearing it, I was just like, oh, let me get angled properly for this to work. No, that one was a flop. Bye. Next up, we're gonna go ahead and talk about some bronzers. Both of them are by Colored Rain, and it is Mocha and Naughty Spice. Y'all, I am so sorry. These have flopped on me. I have tried repeatedly to use them. I didn't even bother going back into the deeper shade because I knew it was not, and the deeper shade is gonna be Mocha Queen. I knew that this was not going to like do what I wanted it to do. I knew it was gonna be very difficult for me to get it to blend, and you know, if you haven't seen that video of me trying them, I will see if I can remember to put it up here somewhere. But I knew that wasn't gonna work for me. So I started kind of fussing around a little bit more with the Naughty Spice. I don't no, it also has the same problem. The only difference is it's lighter, so it's harder for you to tell that the product got stuck in one spot. Just blending it out is such a difficult task. And listen, I ended up feeling significantly better about myself and my makeup skills because I saw Timtalia, I cannot say that. Was all also they rated it not like super high on their site, just like that it was very difficult to blend, and I felt better because I was like, is it just me? Am I Ada? Am I the asshole? I mean, sometimes, but not this time. So I just wasn't a fan of that at all. Next up in my flops, I definitely want to talk about the Milani Supercharged Brightening Under Eye Tint. Okay, so here's the problem I have with this is it's just not deep enough, for my skin tone. It's in 130. So I'm going to squirt some out. And the thing is, because like of the one from Fenty even, you get like more spoiled because being able to, did a bunch of it. I'm so sorry. It's not helping its case. I'm going to try to like spread this out so it doesn't look like I'm being an asshole. Here's the issue I have with it. If I had this underneath my eyes, do you know how weird I would look? I'm trying to spread this out enough so that you can kind of get an idea of what I'm talking about. But do you know how strange this, like, I don't know if you can see it at all this close and in the light, but it's kind of giving like this weird ghostly cast. I would look ill, and I did look ill. So that was, oh, now you can really see it because it's like pulling all the way through here. It does not, like on my skin tone, it is not gonna give the love. It is not gonna make me look good. I think that Jen reviewed these and said they were quite nice. This is supposed to be deep peach. So, no, and I remember looking at these and I bought one. I feel like this was the deepest shade that they had at the time. I could be wrong about that. I will double check that. But it just wasn't for me. It wasn't going to brighten up my under eyes. And if by bright you mean make me kind of look weird and dead, which some days I'm into, but like most days I'm not. I don't want to look dead. I want to look undead. There's a difference. So that's a flop. Next up, I talked about this, some of these products I talked about in a live stream, 5 products I regret buying, I believe is the name of but this is the Wet n Wild Ombre Blush. First of all, I want to talk about the difference between how this looks, and I'm putting a picture up, I hope, and what I got. It's ugly as sin. It is ugly. It is very, very dry. It is not, like it has like this weird kind of consistency, and then that's what it's going to look like. I use my middle finger on purpose. It is not pretty. And this is like... this ashy spot here, this is it on my skin. Like, let me try to add a little bit more for you so that you know that I am not a liar. All right, so they made this look like you were gonna have orange blush. You're not. You're gonna have an ash attack. It's going to look like things have gone horrifically wrong. I'm going to look like Diana in a soap opera, like, what do you mean the baby's not Jeffrey's? So anyway, I despise it, and the texture of it is very dry. It doesn't have anything where I feel like, okay, this is gonna be pretty. It just looks ashy. Like as I move it around, it just gets more ashy. Like every movement is making it worse. So it's not pretty. It does have like, I don't know, I just hate it. I hate it with my entire being. It's dry, it's not the right shade. It's a good thing it was not overly expensive. As a whole though, I would probably say stay away from their ombre blushes because I guarantee you, whatever color that they show that it is on the website, that's not what you're gonna get, I promise. I promise. Wet n Wild, shame on you. Next up is a product that needs no introduction. I hate it. Okay, I'm done. I hate it so much. This is the oft mentioned over and over again, the KVD Good Apple. I obviously got mine in a shade too deep. I will take ownership for that. But this is Deep 088. I went like one, maybe two too deep. I feel like it was one. Anyway, it's hideous. It is a monster. If you want to show off all of your texture, this is going to be your friend. It's going to show off every ounce of texture you've ever had in your entire life. You know, all of it. Like, did you get a zit in 3rd grade? Guess what? Good Apple is going to make sure you remember that time, just like Pepperidge Farm. So it just is not, like, I don't like it. I don't love the consistency. It's actually a very thick consistency. Like, this is me just trying to get a smidgen of it on my finger. It is very, very thick. Let me just, like, move things this way. I'm trying to do it so that you can kind of see the thickness on my finger. There we go. It is quite thick. You're getting a lot of product every single time. And the thing is, like, if I want to build something, I don't want it. The other thing I did not love about this was once you kind of got it on, let's see if I'm in the right spot. Once you got it on, you don't have a lot of time to get it on your face. You really have to get moving pretty quickly because otherwise you will be left with this ugly ass stripe, okay? So you have to move it on very quickly. And I just felt like on my face with primer, like on my arms it goes on very well, but it's not for my arms. Is it? Is it? No, it's for my face. So my face with primer, if you did not work fast enough, I think you had like something like 15 seconds or some shit, 30 seconds, 20 seconds, something like that. You're gonna be stuck with it wherever it lands, okay? I felt like as soon as it was on my skin, I hated the way that it felt on my skin. I did not like the way that it was giving all the texture and none of the good stuff. And the other thing that I noticed is that there are places where like trying to build it up to the same thickness everywhere wasn't easy. And you can kind of see that here where there's some spots where it's gonna build up very easily, but then there's other spots where it doesn't, like there's thicker areas. And so you're like kind of in a rush. And do you see how little I tried to use and how much of it is already on my arm? That's like a good chunk of my face right there, okay? So like that was thing one, I didn't love that. But here's the thing, once I started trying to put it on my face, fun facts, the primer, like it wouldn't move. I was wetting my face consistently and constantly. I did everything under the sun. There's more information on it in another video, but suffice it to say, I don't like this. I'm never gonna like it. I feel like that was one of those undisclosed sponsorships that got hyped up. That's allegedly, I can't say that it's true or not, but that's how I felt. And I never want to see it again. I'm throwing it in the trash after this because we are breaking up for good. Like I am moving across the country, probably. I'm leaving you. All right, we have a couple more items. The next thing I want to talk about, I received this in PR. It is the Ofra Lip Gloss in Spicy. I don't like this at all. The thing is, the color is so pretty, but the thing that I hate is the glitter. There's glitter in it, and I do not love glitter in my lip gloss like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and let this go. It's a very nice formula. It's shiny, it's beautiful. It's just a shame that it has glitter in it. We're gonna go ahead and let them go to pasture. All right, we're gonna let that go into the pasture. And next up, we're gonna go ahead and talk about, I feel like I did talk about this on another video, but I can't remember if I talked about it for a Bops and Flops. So we're gonna talk about it here, which is the Milani Skin Quench Hydrating Primer. It's a hyaluronic acid and coconut are in it. If you are allergic to coconut, this is not gonna be bae, but it's not bae anyway because it's sticky. It is sticky like frickin' frackin' glue, okay? I'm gonna just pop it here on this part of my arm. I do not like it. Every time I used it, it was just way too sticky of a base for me. Hey, excuse me, allergies. It was way too sticky of a base for me. I just felt like it was more like a glue than a lotion was how I felt. I didn't feel like it was more of a moisturizer. It just has this like strange kind of tacky feel that I am not in love with. And I bought it again because I like hydrating primers, but this one was just too sticky, and I felt like my foundations on top of it very much felt not good. They didn't feel good on top of it. It felt like I could never get anything to slightly dry down or not be like melting off my face. I feel like that Skin Quench really just made it melt, and it's my own fault. I got it because it smelled like coconut. That's all. It's my own fault, okay? Also, I just wanted to tell you that the KVD, it transfers like hell. All right, so another flop for me. Sadly, this one does come from Lois Cosmetics. It is their eyeliner. It just doesn't give me anything, but I think it's because I am deep skinned. This one is an orange. So let me just pull it up for you. This is, yeah, it's right here. I wanted to try a liner with everything. It just doesn't do it for me. I like their palettes very, very much, but the eyeliner just didn't do it for me. This one is in 06, I think. 06, or is that 90? I don't know. We're gonna say 06. But otherwise, I think the formula for it is actually quite nice. It seems like it's gonna be very nice. If I had thought about it, I may have gotten the whole set. I didn't get the whole set, so I could try other colors. It's just that this particular color, like this particular liquid eyeliner in this shade, doesn't work for me. And so for me, that's a flop. Moving onward and outward. The last two products I'm going to go ahead and talk about. We're going to first talk about the Milani Stay Put Matte Eyeliner. I talked about this in that same live stream. I don't like this, and it's crusty. All right? It is a crusty liner. It has a very good application. Like, I love how you can apply like a thick to thin line. You can make thin lines. You can make thick lines. It's great for that. Howsomever, it crusts. It gets crusty on the eye. I'm not a fan. I do not love how crusty it gets. It's not, like, I just don't like it. I have several other eyeliners that don't do that, so I'm gonna live in their world, not this one's world. And finally, we're going to talk about the graveyard of all graveyards of flops, which is the It Bye Bye Under Eye Full Coverage Anti-Aging Waterproof Concealer. If you have not heard me talk about this, you can definitely check out the video where I talk about it in more detail. Needless to say, if you need to spackle your walls, this is what you should buy this for. Get it in a wall shade, because that's what this is for. It's not for your face, okay? Waterproof concealer is really not my gig, because here's a secret. When you are a person of a certain age, waterproof tends to enhance your fine lines and make them look significantly worse than they ever would have looked if you just didn't use that. So, yeah. It is the thickest concealer I've ever come across. Like, if you want to use it as more of like a foundation in some spots, do. But, like, there's no reason to put this underneath your eye unless you really want this whole area to just be dry like the desert. And, I mean, there are places where that's not a good idea because you don't want vultures circling you like that, because then people are going to think, you know, especially in these times that the zombie apocalypse is starting. I'm just trying to be helpful. Anyways, I hate it. That is it. That is all of the flops. That is the video. If you made it this frickin' frackin' long, I want, like, give me that little emoji, because I like that. The double hand emoji, because I just want to know who the hell made it this far. I don't even know what to say to you. Thank you all for watching this video. Please make sure that you hit the notifications bell so that you get notified every time I make a video. I do have some like pop-up lives on Saturdays, and I call them pop-up lives because I just never, if I schedule it, I may not do it. Sometimes I'm not feeling well. I have weird things going on with my body. Anywho, thank you so much for watching, and as usual, huge shout out to my patrons and spooky bays, yeah. All right, you know the drill. It costs $0 to be kind. It is so good for your soul, because if you don't take care of it, I'm sure as hell coming for yours, and I'm gonna make you wear the Bye Bye Under Eye Concealer. Haha, you're welcome. Until next time, XOXO. Gothic girl. I look like a fresh little daisy. Let's drink a little water. I got a new life. You would hardly recognize me. I'm so glad. Ooh, look at my shoulders doing the shimmy. How could a person like you bring me joy? I hate when it feels like there's stuff in my teeth. Let's drink some more water. Ooh, them flowers are dying so bad in there. I gotta throw them out. Like, ugh, you're dying. Thank you for being so pretty on my birthday. Don't pay attention to the task at hand. Ooh, is that? It is. Why do I drink water like an aristocrat? Is that the word? Aristocrat. Okay, anyways. Oh, that's pollen. Oh, it's trying to pollinate the table. Oh, Jesus, that balloon scared the shit out of me. Oh my God, I'm gonna have to kill this happy birthday balloon. Thank you, mother, for it. Time to go wash my hands.